Welcome. This is Shabil Uganda e-learning, and my name is Nelson. And in today's lesson, we want to be looking at area of the shaded and unshaded. Okay. So this is our topic and our concern of today. We want to be looking at these figures when they give you some of the figures that have been shaded. How do we deal with areas of these shaded and unshaded? Okay, let's chase out. So if we have this part, okay, if you have this part and this part is shaded, we are demonstrating and we see how we can find out areas of the shaded and unshaded. Okay, so now this is how these numbers are always arranged, and sometimes they'll tell you to find the areas of shaded or the areas of the unshaded part. So how do you know and how do you deal out with these numbers? Okay, so we can take a look at an example which is given here. We have the rectangle as all. Here it is passing, and also we have a small rectangle in it. So they may tell you to find the area of the shaded, okay, area of the shaded of the shaded part. So how do we find the area of the shaded part? That means we shall only need to find out this. We shall only need to find out the area of this part which is shaded only. Okay, all this is shaded, but they just only want, so the whole rectangle is this, but they only want this part which is shaded. So now what to do is to ensure that when you know the length of our small rectangle inside, let me say 8 centimeters as given here, and 5 centimeters, we should be able now to apply our method. For example, this, we had our big rectangle which was 10 centimeters. Then we also have our width which is 6 centimeters. So what do we do to find the area of this shaded part? We should be able now to find the total area, the area of the big big rectangle, which is this. We subtract the area of the small rectangle, which is this. Okay, so that means we should be able to first find out the area of the big rectangle. We subtract the area of the small rectangle. So here it is. We had our area of we had our rectangle, our big triangle, which is this, and in this big triangle we have our length as 10, then our width as 6. So we had to multiply, then we also multiply this, our small area, which is the 8 times 5. So we get 60 minus 40. So here we shall have got our the area of our shaded part. Okay, so now we are going to try out some more examples as trying out to understand the shaded or unshaded parts. Okay, so in this we are going to try out some examples. Okay, we are going to try out some examples. We are having our rectangle here, I mean our triangle here. This is a rectangle. Okay, this is going to be our rectangle, and inside our rectangle we have our triangle inside. Okay, and all this part is shaded. Okay, we have all this part as shaded. So now here comes in our question. We have this named. So we have our 8 centimeters. Okay, let me try to change out this. Okay. We have our 8 centimeters. This is our 4 centimeters. This is 8 centimeters. Okay, as the base. Then for here we have 15 centimeters, and here we have 11 centimeters. Then a question comes in like, they tell you find the area of the shaded part. Find the area of the shaded part. Okay, so that is a sample question of our numbers concerning shaded area of shaded part and unshaded part. So now when they give you a question like this, first of all you have to identify. Here we have the different shapes. We have a rectangle, okay, we also have a triangle in it. So for us to be able to solve this number, we shall be able to look at the different figures. A triangle is the figure which is not shaded, okay? So that means we shall be able to get our area of, to get the area of the shaded part, we should be able to know the area of our rectangle. So here we can say our solution, area of a rectangle, which is rectangle. So our area of a rectangle is going to be our length times the width, and our area here shall be our 15 times 11. So what do we get? If we have our 15 times 11, let's multiply. 1 times 5, we get 5. Here we get 1, this becomes 0. 1 times 5, we get 5. 1 times 1, 1. Okay, so we add, this is 5. Okay, this is 6, this is 1. So our area here is going to be equal to 165 centimeters squared. Then we also look at the area of our triangle. Okay, so how do we get the area of our triangle? We say a half times the base area times the height. So now our area here should be equal to, we have our base as 8, we have our height as 4. So that simply means we shall have a half times our 8 times our 4. Okay, by 2 we cancel, by 2 here we get 4. So now our area should be equal to 4 times 4, we get 16. This should be centimeters squared. Okay, so now this is the area for a rectangle and a triangle. Then for us to get the area of the shaded part, we can say our area, of a rectangle, which is our length times the width. Okay, then minus our half base height. Okay, so total area, shaded part, is going to be equal to, what did we get here? Our area of a rectangle, we got our 165 centimeters squared minus our 16 centimeters squared. Let's also subtract this 165 minus our 16. What do we get here? This is 5 minus 6, impossible, we get 1. This will remain here with, this is now 15. This is 15 minus what? 15 minus 6. We get what? Okay, that is 4, 9, okay? This becomes 4, this becomes 1. So, area, we can say now area of shaded part is 149 centimeters squared. So here we shall have solved the what? The area of our shaded part. It's all about knowing the shapes which are inside, and also be able to interpret what is there. Alright, so that is the best way we can be able to find out the area of the shaded part. Whichever figure might be given, you can easily find it. So they can also give you a variety of figures. They can give you a variety of figures, and they tell you to find what? To find the area. For example, if they give you something like this, okay, if they give you something like this, and they maybe put what? Maybe put a circle in it, and they call this shaded. Okay, they give you the diameter here. Okay, let me say 7. Let me say they tell you that from here up to here, maybe the height should be 10, and maybe the base should be 12, okay, centimeters. You can easily find something of this kind basing on the shape that is inside. Okay, so that means here you'll get the total area of the whole of a triangle minus the area of what? Of the circle which is inside. So that's how we can be able to find out numbers concerning area of the shaded part and what? And shaded. As simple as that. I hope you have been able to get out something and understand some concept. Alright, so finding the area of the volume, that is going to be our next what? Our next lesson. Stay on. See you in the next lesson as we start our new topic, which is called volume.